Now, all the times that you were there and you watched a lot of shows, who were some acts that were like really your favorites? I mean, you had a great acts. I mean, we can, Ladman, I'm friends with Kathy, I'm friends with Wendy, and Scheider. They're all great acts. But who are some acts that really just stuck out to your sense of humor, your taste?
Okay, that actually showed up at the club. Bob Nelson, adored him. He would develop characters there. I said to Bob, anytime you want to come in, you can come in. And especially when we had the big stage, he would go in and out the doors and develop his guerrilla act. Mac and Jamie were a killer team. And the only other team that was competitive with him was from Philadelphia, Bob Meyer and Bob Young, Meyer and Young. It's funny, Tom Wilson from Back to the Future, he was, the first time he went on, I gave him 5 minutes, and I don't know, in a month he was a headliner. He was so charming, and people loved him, and he was solid material, and he ended up being terrific. Oh, so let me go back. Mac and Jamie, Stephen Wright, Leno killed. Jim Carrey was amazing. Bill Hicks. Out of that, I could pick 5. I love Professor Irwin Corey. I mean, that was to me like when I was a kid. He was an old timer. So yeah, those are basically it. I mean, my inspiration more like Albert Brooks and Woody Allen and Carlin and people like that.
What's funny is for my group, like I was starting a little after Ralph Harrison, a little after Todd Glass. To me, that was always the epitome of the works acts for us, and Wid. That was a thing. It was like for my group, Todd was a little ahead, and it was just funny because they all went on to do great things. I mean, Ralph got a sitcom after he went to LA, and Todd, is just this underground comic who, people just love him now. But it must be funny because you saw them start off as like Todd was.
Well, the funny thing is, Harris worked the steps, and he kept saying, "Give me time, give me time." And I finally said, "All right, I'll give you time. You have 60 seconds. I'm giving you 60 seconds, and it better be killer. And I want you to the MC will introduce you after they do their time. You only do 60 seconds. It's got to be great." It was great. And I said, the next time, 3 minutes. And the next time, 5. Todd was the very first customer we had at the club. He was 16 years old. He was at the front of the line. We sat him right up, I remember, corner of the stage at a table. He was alone. And it was over. He laughed at everything. Second show, front of the line, Todd Glass. And we sat him in the same place, and I'm thinking to myself, everybody's got the same material. He's going to have to laugh just as much. Next night, first person in line, Todd Glass. He said what he did. I find out later. And I mean, I used to manage him, manage Wid and all that, but he would go back at school and do all our material. And he became extremely popular from doing that. So, but then when I first put Todd on the road, I gave him all my material. And then I won't mention names, but he went into one club, and whoever the headliner was there the week before, when Todd got on and did was there the next week, did his act, and the owner says to Todd, "Why are you doing so-and-so's act? That's his." And Todd said, "No, it isn't. That's Steve Young's. He gave it." And so Todd was learning real quick about who were the guys that you watched out with material, where you do material in the front of material, but I'll never mention the name.
Coop's Comedy Corner.